I'm telling you the richest families in India, I'm talking about the Godrejes, I'm talking about the Tatas, they follow this rule. You have, I mean, if you look at the Apple documentation, in the documentation it is written, Apple themselves writes, because it is dangerous for your brain. You see, there is a connection between your gut and your brain. Did you know that your gut actually has the second highest number of neurons? What are neurons? Brain cells, right? Your gut has brain cells. And the amount of brain cells in your gut is the same as your pet dog or pet cat. So your gut is quite intelligent. And 90% of the time the gut is telling the brain, 10% of the time the brain is telling the gut. Do you know all these things, anxiety, depression, all these hormones are created in the gut, not in the brain. That is why it is so critically important you eat good food. Otherwise you become a victim to this big pharma. And this I am talking out of my own experience. So many people I have helped, they have been on whatever antidepressant, anti-anxiety, this, that and the other. 2 months, they are off. They become all right. Simply by changing diet and sticking to it. Nothing more than that. The point is, how committed are you to feeling good naturally? How committed are you to be eating on time, to be eating good food? There was a time in my life about 10 years ago when I was violently ill, really ill. And during that time, the one thing I decided was, I don't want to go through this ever again, come what may. It is too expensive, it is too painful. And so I cleaned up my life. There were times when I used to start thinking about what to have for dinner at 12 o'clock in the night. Thinking, not even started cooking. Right? Of course, because I was meditating, because I was doing sadhana, all that, that is why it didn't show. But at one point, my body snapped, my mind snapped. And I don't wish this happen to anybody. And unfortunately, there are so many people who are going through this kind of a situation, what I went through, and they are not even meditators. There is nothing other than compassion I can feel for them. Pity, not even compassion. I was lucky I had meditation. I was luckier I had intelligence. Right? I think I was blessed because my doctor, when I went to her, she said, you know yoga and meditation, why you have come to me, go fix yourself. She told me that. She said, any anti-anxiety, antidepressant medicine that I give you is a path towards addiction. I don't want you to start on that. Go fix yourself. She threw me out of her office. Go fix yourself. And so I did research and I studied and I studied. It took me 2-3 years, and in that time I was in sheer hell. But once I started implementing proper food, proper sleep, basis is sadhana. I am not even saying that. Meditation was going on. Kriya was going on. Okay. I am not even talking about that. But once we have the sadhana sorted, then you need sleep, food, exercise, and a continuous curiosity to keep learning something new. People grow old because they stop using this. Understand one thing, your body and your brain work on use it or lose it principle. Use it or lose it. Some of you will remember the time before mobile phones. Remember that time? Remember how many phone numbers you used to remember? How many you remember now? Most people don't even remember their own phone number. Use it or lose it. You don't use that aspect of your brain, you are losing it. There are studies now that people, they are so reliant on Google Maps that the spatial ability of the brain is shrinking. People are getting lost in IKEA. It's true, I had been to that Hyderabad IKEA. In the 3 hours I was there, I counted them, some 17 announcements. So and so is lost, please come and find them over here. So and I said, what's the matter with these Hyderabad people? They get lost in a bloody shop. No Google map, no. You are laughing, but you know, as human beings, our ability to find our way home was very, very, very strong, because we would go hunting, we would go gathering, then we have to hunt and gather and come back, no? So we knew how to do that. Do you remember the time before Google Maps? You could navigate. Now to go from your house to the grocery, you put the Google Map. Right? That's why it's so important that you come on courses like this. At least 4 or 5 days you are away from your phone. And if you have children, whatever protest they do, do not give them a phone until they are at least 14, 15 years old. All their friends will have phones. You don't want your child to join the dumb. Okay, I am telling you, the richest families in India, I am talking about the Godrejas, I am talking about the Tatas, they follow this rule. I remember, you know, I would be talking to some people, I would say, we have a course at 7 o'clock, there's Baba, 7 o'clock we can't come. 7 o'clock I am putting my child to sleep. 7 to 9 these people are not available. Right? The kids don't get the phone until they are 14 years old. They don't. They can cry, do tantrum, do what you want. You are not getting the phone. Finished. Because the phone fries your brain. I see most people, they touch the phone to their ear. If you look at the Apple documentation, in the documentation it is written, Apple themselves writes, don't touch your phone because it is dangerous for your brain. They write it in so many words. Check the end user license agreement of Apple. You will find this paragraph. Like, I remember my niece, she forgot her headphones or AirPods at home and she went to Bombay. Panic messages, where is my headphone? I said, they are in the dustbin, they are gone. Do you know how expensive they are? I said, yes. And your doctor's bills are going to be much more expensive. I am for technology, I am for social media. But don't become slave to social media and technology. Use the technology to your advantage. Have you got it?